Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone asks you a simple question in English and suddenly your mind goes completely blank? You know the words, you know the grammar. In your head, you sound like a native speaker, but when you open your mouth, nothing comes out. You freeze, your heart beats faster, and you just nod and smile uncomfortably. If this has happened to you, don't worry. You are not bad at English. You are just caught in a psychological trap. Welcome back to Daily English Podcast. Here, we share daily stories, deep insights, and practical tips to help you master English naturally one day at a time. Today, we're going to unlock your voice and look at 3 simple shifts to help you stop freezing and start speaking English with confidence. Let's look at the root cause of the problem. Why do we freeze? It is rarely because of a lack of vocabulary. It is almost always because of the fear of making mistakes. We have been trained by school systems to believe that mistakes are bad. When you try to speak, your brain acts like a strict editor, checking every single verb tense, preposition, and pronunciation before you even say a word. By the time your brain finishes checking, the moment is gone. Think about a time when you met a foreigner trying to speak your native language. When they made a small mistake, did you judge them? Did you think they were foolish? No, of course not. You felt happy that they were trying to connect with you. The purpose of language is communication, not perfection. If you say, "Yesterday I go to the market," instead of "Yesterday I went to the market," does the listener understand you? Yes, they do. The message is delivered. To break the freeze, you must give yourself permission to speak broken English. Action comes before comfort. Speak badly now, so you can speak fluently later. The second reason people freeze is the exhausting process of mental translation. You think of a sentence in your native language, translate each word into English, arrange them according to grammar rules, and then speak. This process takes too long and causes your brain to overload. Fluent speakers don't build sentences from scratch. They use pre-assembled building blocks called chunks. These are common phrases that go together naturally. Instead of translating word for word, you should memorize functional phrases as single units of meaning. For example, instead of thinking about how to construct a polite opinion, just memorize the chunk. "If you ask me," or "to be honest." You can practice this at home by scripting your day. When you are washing dishes, tell yourself a story about your day using simple phrases. Talk to yourself in the mirror. By practicing these chunks alone in a zero-pressure environment, they become muscle memory. When you need them in a real conversation, your brain will retrieve them instantly, without the need for translation. The third shift is about how you view silence. When a native speaker pauses to think, we consider it natural. They are just organizing their thoughts. But when an English learner pauses, they often panic. They feel that every second of silence is proof of their failure. This panic causes the brain to shut down. To fix this, you need to learn how to buy yourself time using filler phrases. Instead of panicking during a pause, use natural connectors that show the listener you are still thinking. Phrases like, "That's a good question, let me think." "How should I put this?" "What's the word I'm looking for?" Using these phrases does 2 things. It keeps the conversation alive, and it gives your brain a moment to breathe and find the vocabulary it needs. Remember, speaking a language is like running a marathon, not a sprint. It is completely okay to slow down. Fluency is not about knowing every word in the dictionary. It is about being comfortable with what you do know. The next time you feel that familiar panic rising in your chest, take a deep breath. Lower your standards. Forget about being perfect and focus entirely on being understood. You have worked hard to learn this language, and your voice deserves to be heard. I want to hear from you today. What is the biggest challenge you face when trying to speak English? Is it vocabulary, pronunciation, or just nervousness? Practice your English by leaving a comment below. I read every single one of them. Thank you for listening to Daily English Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more daily English insights. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.